Deep in the mountains of North Africa, a profound silence has fallen where a king once reigned. This was the home of the Barbary lion, a magnificent creature unlike any other. Myth and legend, a symbol of immense power, wild, untamed beauty. A mane that flowed like a dark river over its shoulders and down its chest, an imposing figure against rocky landscapes. The Romans saw it in their arenas. Sultans kept it in their courts. For centuries, the undisputed monarch of the Atlas Mountains, its presence part of the land itself. Not the sun-scorched savanna lion we know today. Cool forests, rugged hills, dense scrubland, coastal plains of Morocco, high peaks of Algeria, arid edges of Tunisia, uniquely adapted to a cooler, temperate climate, a relic from when North Africa was greener. Thick, dark mane, a regal coat against mountain chill, perfectly in tune with its surroundings. Old accounts and preserved specimens help us imagine it. Powerfully built, often larger than southern cousins, built for difficult terrain. Its call, a deep resonant roar echoing for miles through valleys, a declaration of territory, a warning. Not just an animal, an icon, a living piece of history that walked the earth until frighteningly recently. The story of its life and disappearance is a stark lesson. Let us take a moment to understand this lost giant. Panthera leo roamed the Maghreb of North Africa. Believed last shot in Morocco in the 1920s, reports suggest survival into the 1950s or early 1960s. To remember the Barbary lion is to remember what we can protect, and what we have the power to lose forever. Imagine a hidden den, tucked into a rocky crevice, or beneath the dense tangle of an old oak. Here, a Barbary lioness would give birth to her cubs. Blind, utterly dependent tiny cubs, snuggling into their mother's warmth. Unlike the vast prides of the Serengeti, Barbary lions likely lived in smaller family groups, or perhaps even as solitary hunters. This isolated life was a response to their environment, prey scattered across forests and mountains. The family unit was the first classroom. As the cubs' eyes opened, their first steps were clumsy, their playful pounces uncoordinated. But this play was serious business. It was training. Mock battles, gentle nudges from their mother. They learned the stalk, the chase, the ambush, the scent of wild boar on the wind, the cautious movements of a Barbary stag, and the patience to strike. Every rustle of leaves, every snapped twig, a lesson. The terrain provided cover, shadows of cork oak forests and rugged contours, moving with stealth that belied their great size. For centuries, the Barbary lion did not live in isolation from people. It lived alongside them, a powerful and often feared neighbor. It commanded both terror and deep reverence, but a roar in the night could mean a lost goat or cow. The Roman Empire captured thousands for brutal games, the king of the Atlas reduced to a bloody show far from home. Later, royal menageries kept them as emblems of power, inadvertently creating a fragile link to lions in zoos today. Modern weaponry and agriculture accelerated the decline. Habitat shrank, prey dwindled, and conflict became unwinnable. The end came as a slow erosion. The last confirmed photograph from a plane in 1925, a ghost in its own land. Sightings lingered into the 1950s or 60s, but the final roar in the wild was likely never recorded. One story tells of a 1940s hunter who found not a monster, but an old, exhausted king. He lowered his rifle and walked away, a final silent act of mercy. Today, the Atlas Mountains are quiet. The forests and hills that once echoed with the lion's roar are now home only to its memory. The story is a tragedy, but it must be a catalyst for action. The fate of the Barbary lion is a lesson written across a landscape. A warning to save others from silence. Projects seek lions carrying Barbary heritage. Through careful DNA analysis of old skins, bones, and teeth, a genetic puzzle emerges. Complex, yet hopeful. The goal is not to recreate a look, but to preserve a unique genetic legacy, and ultimately, restore a home. True restoration demands